Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Annamorfidis here with Mending Hearts Counseling. And I want to start my video off today by expressing my gratitude to the earth and the universe for giving us such beautiful October days. Today is October 6th and it's just so beautifully warm outside, and it's just, yeah, like summer is not wanting to end, even though the leaves are falling. So it's kind of really beautiful that it's also warm out, yet fall is here and it's making itself quite present. And I also want to express my gratitude to all of my viewers that are continuing to support me and send me your questions. This one is going to be based on a viewer that reached out for support and then followed the request for support with the following statements. I'm too much of a pain. I am sorry. I don't mean to be. And that literally breaks my heart so much, because we are not the emotions or the feelings that we experience. We are who feels them, right? We're not the emotion. We're not a pain. You experience pain. We're not sad, you experience sadness, right? Because you are that, how do you explain the soul? It's that steadiness that is always there, listening, absorbing, feeling, trying to understand, listening to the thoughts. That's who you are. Your soul is solid. It's there at all times. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's serene. It's full of unconditional love. Picture a mountain, right? So your soul is the mountain, and no matter what goes on around it, hail, storm, snow, wind, intense sun, right? Those are situations and people. The mountain stays still. It just remains. It doesn't do anything. It just stays there. That's who your soul is. Your soul is the mountain that is experiencing everything. You're not the snow. You're not the hail. You're not the storm. You are the mountain. So I just want to make that quite clear, because that helps when you separate yourself from the emotion that you're feeling or the feeling, because we have emotions that last 90 seconds and then they produce feelings, the emotions that can sometimes be with us for a lifetime. So if you remember that you're not your emotion or your feeling, and you create space between you and that, you're going to be able to allow that emotion, which is energy in motion, to sort of pass through your body a lot easier, because that's exactly what it's meant to do. It's not meant to stay with you and create blocks and barriers within. It's supposed to just be energy in motion. That's just a compass for you to heal something. So for example, if your thoughts are, I'm too much of a pain, that to me makes it mean that somewhere in your life you have experienced pain and you have integrated it so deeply into your system that you feel as if you are the pain. And then simply by creating space, this is narrative therapy is actually based on this exact concept. Externalizing the feeling or the emotion, you give it an identity, you give it a name, you give it its own persona to elaborate and really highlight the space between you and the emotion and the feeling, because you're not pain. You're experiencing pain because somewhere in your life you've had pain and it just shows up that way. So self-worth here is also key to increase, because if you feel certain about yourself that you're not a pain, reaching out for help and support will feel completely natural and normal, because that is what you have learned as a behavior from your previous years. Interestingly enough, I think I may have said that the other day. I think I may have said, I think I may have referred of myself as a pain on someone's back. So it's easy for me to see it when someone says it, but it's a little bit harder for me to see it that I also sometimes still do the same. So of course, if I think that I'm a pain on someone's back, they're going to feel that too. I'm creating my experience. My predominant thoughts create my experience. But if I feel assured that as a human being, I have, it's my birthright to have people that want to have my back. For all of us, that if I truly believe that, then that's what I'm going to experience. So thank you for this statement, because that's actually really helpful for me too. So separating yourself from the emotion, and remember, you are not what you feel. You are the one that experiences your feelings and your emotions, and never apologize for who you are. Also, when we apologize for who we are, that brings us to the vibration of shame, right? You're shame. You feel shame about wanting support. That's such a beautiful thing that you're reaching out to get support. It is the complete opposite of shame. Shame in the Hawkins energy of vibration, it's down here, really, really, really low. And what that attracts is really negative experiences. So you want to go back up to the top, to unconditional love, which is the highest. Unconditional love for self. Don't ever apologize for who you are. You are exactly who you are meant to be in this world. The world has room for everybody. Embrace all of you as you are. Do not apologize ever about who you are. I mean, it's okay to say sorry once in a while if you unintentionally hurt someone's feelings, but if your intention was not to do that, I would suggest to not apologize. And I actually do that all the time too. My goodness, I apologize about who I am to people all the time. I will also stop doing that unless, of course, I hurt someone unintentionally. But apologizing for who we are is not recommended for our self-worth and our self-confidence. It just brings us back down to shame. And the last statement, I don't mean to be. Again, embrace what you say. If you mean that you want to get help, it's okay. Acknowledge that you are brave enough and courageous enough to even do that in that moment. And then you're switching from feeling anxiety for being this way, which is like living in the future, or sadness and guilt and shame, which is depression. That's kind of like living in the past. You're in the present moment right now. This is what you're feeling. You mean to ask for support. You mean to be leaning on someone because that's what you need. And support is something that we need as a human being. It's part of our basic needs. We need food, we need water, we need support. So reach out to those that can support you. You know who they are. I want to express my gratitude to all those that are continuously supporting me in this journey. I am so grateful for you. I would not be able to be here without you. And I am so grateful that I'm able to pass this support forward. Yeah, there's so many of you. I'm just so, so grateful. And remember that everything is happening for you, not against you. I hope that this video will address or has addressed all the, I don't want to use the word issues, but the challenges that come with these statements. And remember, we have a choice in what we think. Choose to think the complete opposite. Instead of choosing to think I am a pain, choose to think I am a human being. I have needs. In this moment, I need support, and it's okay. And you can ask for permission. We ask for a request. Are you able to hold me in that space? And if someone is not, then that's okay too. Somebody else will be able to hold you in that space for you. Okay, and with that, I will end my video here. I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine wherever you are in the world, especially if you're in Vancouver, and I will see you next time.